telling y'all, I'll just sit here jamming out to that intro music every time while it's rolling through the 30-second intro. What's going on, guys? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. Those catch a replay, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications when we use live chats. You can take part along with us. So the Black Friday haul came in. We've got the two fragrances for the members. Tony Iommi Deified 50 ml and Gentleman's Society Extreme 100 ml as voted on. Then we got several other spins. We're going to do that this weekend. But the things I bought for me before it sold out, Khadlaj Island. I believe, I was looking over the notes on the back, I believe it's supposed to be Defy Parfum, which I assumed anyway. I'm excited. I don't know about you guys. Calvin Klein Defy Parfum, which Fragrance Fraternity very much sold me on his live stream about 2 weeks ago. Finally secured my bottle of Ford Ombre Leather. Add to the collection. Got my decant right here. Been meaning to grab that. And one of the door crashers was a 60 ml Amber Fever from Mancera, which I have almost 30 ml in a decanted bottle from EJ. May he rest in peace. That's going to go in one of the mystery packages because I got a bottle now. I don't need the large portion. It's one of the 30 ml Happy Land bottles that's almost full. It's like 24, 23 ml roughly. So whoever wins one of the mystery packages this weekend is going to get, that's going to be one of the things. But as far as what I'm wearing, we talked about it yesterday. Perfume Adictos Blanca Pura. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Manny, he what a great release. What a great release. The best way to describe it is it's a warm mango musk. Because it is a little warm. It's fresh, but it's just enough amber that keeps it warm from start to finish. It's not too ambery, but it's enough to warm the thing up. The cedar adds to that. It's so good. What a great job. $100 is going to be is a good price point for this too. As soon as he puts it up on that Amazon store next week, every piece of content I have with this on it, which is the shorts video today, yesterday's live stream, and then Sunday's weekly rotation is going to have it, and I'll probably wear it again next week. So that rotation. So I'll put the link in there for you guys when it rolls around for anybody that wants to check it out. I'm proud of it. It was a damn good release. So we've got 100 people in the first 3 minutes. I sure appreciate you guys. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up on your way in. And we'll get started in a little bit. Let's get caught up on this chat. Obviously, we're going to dive into the first two that I haven't smelled first. Juju's rate my haul. Kamrakawa, Missoni Parfum, Moustache EDP Care Pistachio. I'm going to give that a solid 7.5 out of 10 is what I'm going to rate that haul. Very good. Very good. Versatile. No redundancy here. You got a fun fragrance. You got a slightly more serious evening fragrance in Moustache EDP. Missoni Parfum you can wear every day, and Kamrakawa for the cool weather. Sweet coffee fragrance. You kind of touched all the bases there. You built a wardrobe in those four. Good job. So we have a special guest backstage. Once he gets set up, we will bring him on for a few minutes. So we're back to just like chin down again. I just want to let you know. Widescreen, it's chin down. There, when you go portrait, I get the whole shebang. There we go. Good to see everybody. So probably going to skip around a little bit. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Mr. Valentino tracksuit. At least that's what he's in every time he gets on live streams these days, a Valentino tracksuit. We have Mr. George Zaharoff.
Hi there.
What's up, Georgie?
Look, I could look. You got to see the whole outfit. You'd be proud. So can you see everything? Can you see me?
We can see you. Yes, that's what I'm saying. He's been really into these Valentino like tracksuits lately. It's been his thing. He's like Robin Joey's style, but the designer version of it. Right. Joey's like the tracksuit guy, but more Adidas tracksuits.
They're beautiful. They're beyond, they're not like, they're not like TJ Maxx. They're beyond, I can't get like a ton of them.
Hey now.
I can't.
A lot of us shop at TJ Maxx here on this channel.
No, I mean like they're not like it's not there anyway. You know what I meant? Like they're not.
Got to give you a hard time. Come on now.
But you're right. Hey, respect to anyone at TJ Maxx, and if you guys find a Valentino tracksuit at TJ Maxx, can you please call?
Yeah, call him immediately. I see everybody. So I'm actually going to skip the chat a little bit. I apologize, guys, because this way we'll be able to get caught up. Because George just come and stop by for a few minutes.
For 2 minutes. So I know this is the tracksuit. This is like the 80s, isn't it? I love it. I freaking
but it's very you.
And it has the little, look at
It's
how
a
beautiful.
kind of tracksuit that you would wear
So
because it's a
beautiful.
designer and you like the print all over the place. That's
Yeah.
your thing.
Just, yeah, a little, yeah, you know, I know. I can't help it. So anyway,
Good. It's all good.
I want Ross, thanks for having me on. Happy Friday evening.
Of course.
And I want to thank everybody. We oversold a little bit, so I'll find out Monday, but we're completely gone. Everything's gone. And thank you very much. Hi, Georgia Gent. Much love, everybody. And
And
thank
Matt
you.
was live this morning, and when I was picking on him a little bit, gave him a super chat, and he's like, "Oh, you know," and we were talking fitness. He's like, "I need to get a new chair." This guy said, "No, you could just eat a salad."
Who?
You know? Matt.
Matt, love you,
Yeah,
Matt.
he's fluffy Matt right now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's out of shape right now. This is a certified personal trainer, ladies and gentlemen. So I was giving him a hard time this morning. We love Matt on this channel.
We love Matt to death. And so I wanted to give my nephews a gift of precious treasure, each of my 3 nephews, and I don't have any.
So
They're all
moral of
gone.
that story, guys, there might be a few people that are going to be upset because they'll be getting refunded because he actually took more orders than he actually had of product. So we were just talking on the phone. I was like, "You want to come on and tell everybody?"
And there's a documentary that's coming out. I did a mini documentary that's being edited right now. And so anyway, thank you everybody for the support. Ross, thank you for everything, and my love to everyone. Have a good weekend, okay?
George, thank you for everything because
Much love.
you know, I appreciate the things you allow me to do. You know,
that's awesome.
the privilege.
It's, so good,
it's a
man.
privilege and an honor, and I appreciate it.
We're friends. It's all good. Much love, guys. Take care.
All right, Georgie. Have
Bye,
a good
guys.
one. Coming by.
Bye. Thanks for having me, Ross.
Of course, Georgie. George Zaharoff, ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, my guy. So we were just on the phone leading in. That was one of the reasons I was a few minutes late. He called like 2 or 3 minutes. He was calling me back like 2 or 3 minutes before it was time to click go live. I said, "Of course you call me right before I go live." So we chatted. He's like, "They're all sold out. I oversold." I was like, "Oh, come tell everybody, come jump on." So yeah, so shout outs to everybody that got. A lot of people been getting their bottles. A lot of people been loving it. I've been seeing the posts. I'm not surprised at all. Diet starts Monday. There we go. So Matt was live this morning when I was eating my first meal after I recorded this morning's video before I started editing. So it was me, him and Duncan. Me and Duncan were real active in his chat. So shout out to famous YouTuber. And so I was just picking on Matt a little bit. It's always good to see Matt. How are you, sir? Sorry I had to skip the comments so much. It's just if I would have not budged, we'd be way, way, way behind right now. So shout outs to everybody for your patience. I appreciate that. Yeah, George had a real good when he was in Australia, he jumped on Marcelo's channel and they did some content. Ooh, yeah, mine's got the screw top, which it wouldn't have mattered. Don't let people make you think that the magnetic cap Manceras are any weaker. They're all still Mancera performance, Oceanic Symphony, I haven't wore that in a while. Everything Sphinx is good. It's the best cedar orange blossom cologne without vanilla. Without vanilla, I don't know what to tell you because they all seem to have vanilla. I don't know any off the top of my head. I'm sure there's something out there, but nothing immediately comes to mind that's not going to have vanilla in it. How are you, sir? Got confirmation precious order will arrive soon. Yeah, a lot of people been getting their bottles. He shipped everything else out today. It was yesterday and today he's been shipping everything. And the closer you are to Chicago, the quicker you're getting it because that's where they're coming from, Chicago, Illinois. So, how are you, sir? Another beautiful weekend upon us. Let's not waste it. Day Costume National Ohm EDP the Night Latafa Liam Gray. Saw my comment on your newest video, but my order got switched with someone else. Had ordered 2 samples, but got cities instead. I wonder if no, there is no number to call. I'm not going to give you his cell phone number, sir. But you can email George at Zaharoff.com. That's going to be the easiest way to get a hold of George. I don't know if he's still watching. He might. Yeah, he's here. There you go. I had a feeling if he's still watching, he would comment. So do me this favor, so your order number is not public here for people because people suck. I'm just being honest. I'm not saying people that are talking in the chat, good people. There's dickheads that hate watch that you just can't trust. Remember all the 7 billion out of 8 billion shit people in the world I was talking about yesterday? A few of them are watching. So email George at Zaharoff.com with your order number. George, I know you'll be checking because you're hearing me. That way y'all can handle it, privately instead of doing it publicly. Because I'm not saying there's a guarantee somebody will do something stupid with your order. I mean, George is on the other end of it still, but just to be safe, because, like I said, there's some not so good people that like to watch this live stream. So you never know. But yeah, email george@zaharoff.com with your, or he'll call you. Okay, there you go. Because he'll have your information. There you go. So yeah, George, when he's watching, he'll take care of it. He's really good about that stuff. He's A1 with his customer service. It's still kind of sweet, though. It's not vanilla, but it's still kind of sweet. It's definitely orange blossom and it's woody. Good call. The EDP would be better than the Parfum sweeter, obviously. Pretty good idea, Beardson. That's probably a good idea. Checked out any fragrances from Nazar? No, sir, I have not. So Drapoise, eager to see how you feel about Defy Parfum. So that's going to be the first two. Khadlaj Island is going to be the first one, and then Defy Parfum will be the second one. Because the other two, I have, varied size decants. It's not like they're brand new. I've never smelled them. I'm just securing full bottles of them is what it amounts to. Good to see you, Kevin. Barouge Lamasat. Ooh, that whole line is good. I firmly believe that's Dumont's best fragrance line. I saw lots of people talking nice things about Liam Gray, but I don't know if they were botted comments. Anyone's thoughts? I'm not familiar. Somebody in the chat might be able to weigh in. There you go. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Joe, you're not a bad person. Some of your friends are dickheads. I don't give a fuck if they're watching. I said it and I stand by it. I like you. It is what it is. I wasn't specifically talking about any of them, but yeah, shoe fits. Fuck them, Memo, African Rose. Excellent choice, Sean. Always a pleasure, sir. Hope everyone is well. Sin of the evening. Iceberg Man. I've never heard of this. I have never heard of this. For sure. Lamal Love. I'm so glad so many people have been able to get their hands on it. That's such a good release. It's unfortunate they did it as a limited edition and it came out so early in the year. It's not easy to find. But man, is that a good one. That's such a good release for this year. Super versatile, too. Coral Fantasy doesn't have... Coral Fantasy's a banger. Spicy Apple, a little earthy. The Ambroxan they don't list is clear as day, but man, that's a good one. Yeah, I mean, he's on his own level. He's got his own tier when it comes to customer service. He really does. Boss Bottled Absolute, my favorite designer release this year. Good to see you, sir. Now we're really talking. Hershey's chocolate syrup with tobacco. Afnan Collector's Edition is nothing special. One more hype. That's your opinion, I guess. I don't know if you're making a statement because of the the question marks involved, but that's one of my absolute favorite affordable fragrances released this year. Rasamvel, sir. I've never tried it. Gucci Intense Oud. I've heard many good things about this one. I've never gotten around to getting it. It's low 100s when it pops up at the discounters. Just never pulled the trigger. Versace Santal Boissé, which I have a decant of. Randy had sent a while back. Top 5 of my collection, Sandalwood, Saffron, Baby Cat. You know what I'm saying here. Hope you and Al are doing well and having a good holiday season so far. Signature Noir from Zaharoff. I fell in love with one more signature. So it's got a similar sweetness to Eros, and you got coffee and leather. So something very similar that I don't think is quite as good. At least the opening isn't as good, but they are very similar fragrances. You don't get the leather, but it's a different sweet coffee. Halloween Man X gets a lot of relation to that one, and it's cheap. You might want to look into that one. The opening's a little extra chemically synthetic, but if you give it about 5 or 10 minutes, let it settle in, that's when it gets really good. There you go. Yeah, he's going to be on the lookout. That's versatile every day. Basically, Chanel L'Homme Sport with some pepper on the top. That's a good one. Good to see you, sir. We all have questionables, yeah, for sure. A 30-second ad. YouTube is fucked. Well, I appreciate you sitting through it, as it does help pay the electricity bill that allows this live stream to take place that you come hang out at every day. So I believe you could bear through it. I appreciate you, Andreas. Bulgari one. I'm not familiar with this. Nice pickup on Ford Ombre. One of my favorites, 2024. It's kind of that mid-tier for me, Like I think it's a really good release, but it's not going to make my top 10. That's why I'm going to have this mid-tier of designers. That's going to be, I haven't decided because I haven't really assessed yet the 10 12 or 15 that it's going to end up being. Yeah, for sure. Tom Ford Oud Mineral, I agree. Super, super nice. Big fan. That was in my Tom Ford Shorts video this week. I do like 9 p.m. Rebel, but I like Supremacy Collector's Edition more. They were both good releases for them, but I think Supremacy Collector's Edition is better. Indeed, indeed. Good to see you, Quest. Southern Charm from Sensual Obsession. Shout out to Kevin. Tiziano Terenzi, Ludano Nero. That'll make Joel very happy. He's been on me about getting that. I get my Precious Treasure on Tuesday the 10th. Blessings. Right back to you, sir. Well, I mean, I can't control what kind of ad it is. You know, obviously, I would hope for it to be a 5-second and skippable for you, too. No, it's not new. It just depends. Like, sometimes you got to sit through them. I have to sit through them sometimes. Sometimes they're 15 seconds. Sometimes they're 30. It happens. There's definitely some unskippable ones. Most are skippable. Good to see you, Austin. I'll be damned. Bugle Amen. Ultra Zest, I think. See the video and you'll understand. Noted. Noted, sir. So we're almost to the bottom and we'll dive into the first one. We'll do Khadlaj Island first. Nasamato Pardon. I haven't tried that one personally. Just Barra Onda and Black Afghano, which I have Baronda. Booze Bomb. Get Maj. Yes. That way I can complete the line because I love the other two. Appletini and Moscow Mule are like just two phenomenal fragrances. I don't give a shit if they're clones. They just smell great. And they're pretty solid performers. For 25, and I'm loving it. I hear it's kind of like a twist on Angel Share. Good to see you, Josh. Great cheapie. Can't wait to see what you think. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I've been wanting to get it. New York Oud by Primera, a patchouli bomb. That would make Spencer very happy. Prefer Ferragamo. Yeah, me too. Similar, just a bit nicer. I think it's overall a better fragrance. I mean, it's like my number 2 or 3. I forgot where I ranked it. Upper, like top of the food chain from Ferragamo for me personally. It's really good. It's so easy to like. And it's the time of year for it right now. Definitely the time of year. Hope it's as good as people say. I mean, if it smells in the realm of any Labo, specifically it looks like the Le Parfum, it's going to smell good, you know. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Scent of the Night, Office for Men. Kind of want to try out the Lattafa Ejazi dupe. So Ejazi Silver, people relate it to Blue Electrique. Less of that because it's aquatic. Like the way the cardamom's a little powdery. That's why people tie that La Nuit de l'Homme. You'll see it's related to La Nuit de l'Homme and La Nuit de l'Homme Blue Electrique a little bit, but not at the same time. Like it's, if they were aquatic, sure, because it's clearly aquatic. It's really good. It's only like $15. I don't know about the other one, but Ejazi Silver I have. That's a steal for $15. Pretty good performer, not a beast, not super chemically synthetic. It's really good. Kate Alfresan, that's another one under $20 from Lattafa. Really good. Spiced pineapple and woods. Speaking of Spencer, because it still smells fucking fantastic. That's why I agree, Spencer. I agree. Absolutely, sir. I'm trying to answer as much as I can before we dive into it because I get a little behind, you know. Mr. Vircher, good to see you. So Montebaco Cuba. Never tried that one specifically in that line, but everything I've tried in the line is amazing. The novice knows. I appreciate the super chat, sir. Another one with Mancera Silver Blue. We got 2 in the chat here today. Just got my Zaharoff samples in the mail. Must have Seraphine Blue and Aurum. My man, Seraphine Blue. So when I do my, I don't know if I'm going to throw George in indie or niche. Because I'm throwing Niles in indie. I'm throwing Day 3 fragrances in indie. George was established as a higher-end designer years ago. So I think I'm going to still put George in niche. But I don't want to put both Precious Treasure and Seraphine Blue. So it's going to pain me. Like I'm going to be physically ill to leave Seraphine Blue out. Because for me, it's a 10. It is a 10 for me. It's like Claude and George made the fragrance for me, and none of you existed. They just, here, Ross, we made this for you. But Precious Treasure is him. It's George and Claude's best work through the houses of Zaharoff. I can't put Seraphine Blue over it for his best release this year, but it's going to fucking pain me. It's going to hurt physically. I might be over the top animated when going through it in the video, but yeah. Because I'm with you on Seraphine Blue, my man. Thank you for the super chat. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. They never fall in between, though, right? Sometimes it's one or the other. Ooh, let them know, Jason. Let them know. We're just getting caught up here. But hit 20 minutes already. We got 160 in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. Even if you hate watching, you like being here. Hit the damn thumbs up. So let's see. Love Part. See, I haven't tried it. Good to see you. I mean, carved oud. Amazing stuff. Definitely amazing stuff. Happy Friday to you as well as Invictus Platinum. Only had it for 6 months and almost out. Damn, you really like that. Yeah, kind of. Because Invictus Parfums, I call it the highlight reel because you smell every Invictus in it. That's one of my favorite designers released this year. And I haven't been wearing it, but it's still one of my favorites. I haven't bought that many Lattafas this year. I've gotten way more Paris Corner, Risassi. A decent amount of I got a few Lattafas this year, but not like everybody else that like they want a whole collection from fucking Lattafa, because I don't want that. Like I would say 50% of the clones I get are sent to me, and then I just buy the ones that interest me. You know what I mean? I buy the ones that interest me the most. I still buy some here and there, but you know, I tell you guys all the time, if y'all didn't constantly want to see reviews on them, I wouldn't get near as many because I don't want a clone collection. I got a massive clone collection, more than I actually want. I got some good ones, but I got some that's like I don't need them. I have originals to them. They're not as good as the originals. You know, that's the case with a lot of them. There's some good ones though. I appreciate the super chat, sir. Can't chat yet. Well, I mean, clear you can. It wouldn't have let you do the super chat, I would think. Does it let you do a super chat if you haven't cleared the 14 days? I don't know. Rockin' Versace the Dreamer, been on a kick. Well, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you, sir. I'm trying to get to this bottom. Jesus Christ. Wow, I stay so far behind. Unbelievable. So I apologize. I'm skipping to the bottom, guys, so we can go ahead and get to it. All right. We made it to the bottom. Good to see you, Roy. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who didn't know, it is 12:25 a.m. for Mr. Roy. Bleu Chanel Parfum, the greatest blue of all time, and signature pour homme. Boss level type of stuff. All right, Khadlaj Island. Here we go. Let's bust it open. The box has a very nice looking print to it, very tropical. Here's the notes. Once it decides, hey, I want to focus. Pineapple iris, ginger cypress, coconut woodsy notes, amber, ambergris, tonka bean, sandalwood. See, the thing that I find interesting is the ginger note. See, the ginger is in Paradise Garden, but everything else is Le Beau Parfum. I don't know. I'm thinking it's going to basically smell like Le Parfum. I mean, the bottle even has the color scheme of Le Parfum. I'm excited about it. It is heavy. I'm actually excited about this one. I think it's going to be better than Alhambra's Glacier Bold, which I don't care what anybody says. I've heard people like shit on it as a bad clone. I think it's a really good clone, actually. It's hefty. Cap's got a little bit of weight to it. Atomizer's is lined up. Always a nice touch. Really good atomizer. That is so the Le Parfum. Let me let that alcohol calm down a little bit so it loses some of that, because I do get the alcohol smell still. But, ooh, that's fresh, fruity. It's powdery, it's very powdery right off the top, which I'm a sucker for powdery fragrances. I know some people don't like that. I do. Powder bombs don't turn me off. Let's see what we got. It's not intense. It is fresher than all three versions of Le Beau. It's a lighter, more airy fragrance overall. But it's clearly going Le Beau Parfum. It's very pineapple, very powdery. And that's distinctive to Le Beau Parfum over the other two. Nice hit of cypress. It's almost like minty, the way the cypress smells. It's pretty damn good. Probably gonna wear this when I take my shower in a little bit. I'm gonna wear this after my shower. Now, here's the problem. I'm going anosmic because I'm not ridiculous and think the fragrance is just weak 1 minute in. I'm going anosmic to it fast. That's a disappointment because it's fading pretty quick. Not as bad. I had to take a moment off. If I stay on top of it, it's making it's lowering the sensitivity. my receptors is just failing. So I might have to back off of this one for a minute. But I do get the tonka bean and iris combo, the sweet powdery nature. I get a little minty fresh green type of smell. It's very fresh and like fresh green. That's why I say almost minty like. And I do get the juiciness of the pineapple. It's clearly Libeau Parfum. I have Parfum set up. Let's whoops. For those of you who didn't know, if you're looking for note breakdowns on the clones, you're not going to find everything here, but you got a better chance of finding it here. Not Parfumo, but Parfum. Good place to find this stuff. Let's compare what they have here to what's on the box. Pineapple, iris, ginger. So they don't have iris listed. They have bergamot listed on the website. No bergamot listed here. Coconut, woody notes. So we got sandalwood listed. There's no woody notes listed. Sandalwood's on the box. Amber, ambergris, tonka bean. So it's like 60% of the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 70% of the notes. I mean, I believe what's on the box. They printed it on the box. So you can never fully trust these websites. That's Parfumo. That's Parfum. That's Trograntica. That's all of them. Base notes. You can't. Eye fragrance. You can't always fully trust. If the brand gives you something, that's going to be the most reliable because that's who made the damn fragrance. Right? Yeah, I backed off of it for a minute. It gave my nose a second to kind of chill out and redeem itself, and it's stronger again. Going back to it, it's like punch me in the nose as soon as I went back to it. Sometimes you just got to back off of it for a moment. I like it. As far as accuracy to Libeau Parfum, I would say very much walks the path, not a dead ringer. But I do very much like this one. This is like a solid 7.75 kind of thing. Very good, bordering great. Just as a fragrance. I'm not judging it as a clone. I mean, I'm talking about it being a clone because it clearly is, but very good stuff. Special? No. Worth spending $30 on? Yeah. If you like tropical fragrances, absolutely. Absolutely, it's worth grabbing. It is out of stock from Fragrance Buy in the link down below. I grabbed it during the Black Friday. All this stuff I grabbed during the Black Friday sale. That is good. It's not a powder bomb, but it's nice and powdery. That sweet, powdery, fruity smell. That clearly Libeau Parfum, not Paradise Garden. It's not overloaded green, a little earthy, loads of ginger. It's not that. It's not as aquatic as Paradise Garden. That's got more watery. This is good. I'm wearing this tonight. I'm definitely going to wear this tonight. That's 7.75 out of 10 is what we're going to go with that. Let me get caught up real quick on the chat, and we're going to dive right back into Defy Parfum. I did. Recently. You just got to type it in the search bar, my man. I tell people this all the time. When they go to ask me a question, you're live with me, so you're getting a response right away. But like when people ask me for certain, like, have you reviewed this? What about this topic? Have you done this video? It's like, take that comment, put it in the search bar. Just put TLTG in the name of the topic or TLTG in the name of the fragrance. And if I've got a video on it, which I've got almost 4,000 videos, it's going to come up. You might have to scroll 2 or 3 spots down, but it'll come up. But yeah, I definitely have that video. Just type in TLTG best Paris corner, TLTG top Paris corner, something like that. It'll come up. A couple of them will come up. I'm digging this. I am digging this. Good afternoon to you as well, Flo Man. It's his fault that I got Defy Parfum. Or Parfum pour Homme, according to Fragrance Buy. Box doesn't specify. I think it's new packaging. Just says Elysium EDP. That's weird. They might have changed the packaging. I don't know. They had a buyout not that long ago, so they might be revamping everything. I mean, Creed's revamping everything. I saw Fragmental's Royal Mayfair unboxing today. According to him, same fragrance, but they're redoing all these bottles. Original Santal. I think Silver Mountain Waters got a new bottle. Clearly, Royal Mayfair did. Original Vetiver, they revamped the gradients to the bottle. Clone of a clone at Burlington Coat Factory for $2. Just kidding. Dive on in. That we did. Imagine a 24-hour stream just about fragrances. No. Joey's 24-hour stream is not just going to be about fragrances. A lot of fodder. A lot of fodder, that's for sure. I always pop in and out and lurk and stuff like that. I don't really say a whole lot. There's some dickheads in his chat that can go fuck themselves, and I got to defend myself if I make my presence known because they just. So it's like I don't even say nothing. What's the point? But I love Joey. Joey's my guy. It's not everybody in the chat. It's very select few people. Fucking scumbags. I like Latafa Pisa. Never heard of it. Looks cool. Smell great. Heavy weapon. I'm not familiar with that one. That's the first. I think this is the first time anybody's ever mentioned that fragrance to me. Actually. Yeah, it's definitely there. And it dries in the Coach for Men. Very similar to Coach for Men as it dries. Top is very similar to Invictus Platinum. And see, not so much for me with those two, because I get a lot of like dirty patchouli, smoky vanilla versus I still get the plum from Cobalt and Cobalt Elixir with a lighter earthiness, still sweet. You know, they're both very sweet on, you know, cacao, and you get more cacao than vanilla in Cobalt Elixir. But I understand what you mean with the similarities. I just think there's for the obvious similarities, there's obvious differences at the same time. Does that make sense? If you're talking about Khadlaj Island, not really. Not really. It's very tropical, though. I'm sleepy in bed watching for my... Well, I appreciate you coming to spend at least a little bit of time with us, Roy. Always asking about clones, so I make sure to bring them in, but most cases ain't nothing like the real thing. I would say 99.9% of the time. There is the occasion, like Liquid Brune, where I'm like, just get this. 9 p.m., just get this. It happens. Not all the time, though. You guys that watch my reviews on them, you'll hear me almost all the time be like, but if you want the real the experience of the original, you got to get the original. When they're cloning designers, it's easier to make carbon copies because they're similar oil quality. It's when we're talking $30, $40 clone versus, you know, cloning a $300 fragrance. They're definitely not using the same oils. You know, they're usually reverse engineered. It's not the same artist with the same palette and canvas. That's where the magic that I talk about is missing. They can't capture that. So again, they usually, I call them almost. It's almost this fragrance. It's almost that fragrance. They're good enough, right? Good to see you, sir. Oud Wood by Tom Ford, modern classic. I appreciate that. Got a busy night ahead. Well, I hope you have a great night. Dupes are better than Sauvage in popular design. In some cases, they're definitely more popular. Definitely more popular. There's no denying that. Bottle's very 80s. Yeah, the bottle does look cool. It's heavy too. The atomizer is really nice. $30. They give you a good bit here. I gotta give it to them. Bottle's hefty, cap's nice, atomizer's good. Fragrance smells really good. It's easy to like. It's not anything you haven't smelled at this point with tropical fruity coconut, you know. It's LeBeau DNA, but it's a good one. Please be good. I just bought it. It's good. It's good, Matt. You're gonna like it. Some more content for you to make. That's really good. That's one where I advise just buy that because 1 million Privé has been discontinued for a while. Don't spend $200 on 100 ml on eBay. Spend $25 on that. It is the same. It is the same. Paris Corner made the same fragrance. Now, I don't wear it because I have 2 bottles of 1 million Privé all the time. If I have the original, unless it's a twist, I like twists. When it's direct copies, if I got the original, I'm gonna wear the original. When there's a twist, they add some nuance that makes it a little bit different, more of its own fragrance. That's the stuff I like to wear. Mr. Sam Broom. My stepbrother from another mother. I'm going to text Sam back. Shout out to Sam if he happens to see this. So, love the intros to these streams. Very Y2J. It's actually MJF's theme music. I have the license for it. Talking about from this morning with Lamal Essence de Parfum. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chris Jam, $5 super chat. I actually really enjoy Ford Ombre Leather, though it really doesn't hold a candle to the EDP. Oh, yeah. It's not better than either version that came before it. Altair for the scent of the day. Boundless scent. Oh, damn. All right. Get in position for this. Get my wrist ready. You, sir, get the first off live stream clap because I'm gonna go ahead and vote your best smelling in the chat because of your 1-2 combo here. I didn't really get to see what Luis was doing because it was early in chat, so my apologies, Luis. He usually comes with it. I'm sure he still did, but Boundless really put you over the top here because Altair, it's good. I don't think it's the end all be all, but boy, Boundless does not get enough shine. I think that's one of the better tobacco fragrances ever. Amouage really made a great one there. Thank you for the super chat and hell of a choice. Hell of a choice. Zaharoff Naxos, excellent. Speaking of hell of a choice. Well, yeah, it's the Parfum Cologne if it's in the blue bottle. If it was the Parfum, it would be the clear bottle with the gold plate. So, yeah, it's the blue bottle. It's the Parfum Cologne. It would clearly say O Intense if it was the O Intense. Very happy with it. All of them are good, man. All of them are good. Yeah, for sure. They do. They're quick to just beat your nose up, beat your receptors up really good. I have several of them. They got a lot of really good ones. Ooh, damn, that's tough. So Bad Boy Extreme would get eliminated right away because I like Cobalt Elixir and Invictus Parfum more. That's tough. Because I really, man, that's tough. I'm going Cobalt Elixir. Narrowly edges out Invictus Parfum. What's up, Nick? Go Lions. Yeah, for sure. That's Super Bowl favorite right there. It is what it is, though. God, I gotta shoot it straight on the situation, you know. So, guys, I'm gonna skip down. I'm not going to rate it a 10 out of 10. That was an in the moment thing for Seraphine Blue. I normally don't give ratings to George's fragrances. I was just compelled with Seraphine Blue. I just don't. Look at clones as fake tits. Sure, they'll do the job, but ain't nothing like the real thing. That's actually really good, Jason. Yeah, that's really good. Shout outs to the Christmas tree, right? Yeah, the wife scooped that up for me. What's a good, well, nothing can, there's no guarantee on you getting a compliment from any fragrance you're ever going to wear in your life, ever. I could tell you my most complimented fragrances ever is Invictus Aqua 2018. You could wear it and never get a compliment ever a day in your life. So what has a higher probability, that's why you'll hear my particular language is I'll mention if it has a higher probability. Certain DNAs are just a bit more attractive than others. So the probability of you getting a compliment goes up. The possibility and the probability are higher. It's really hard to just say one. I appreciate the super chat, but I got to give you the real answer here. I'm not going to give you the fluff bullshit influencer answer. That's the real answer. And I appreciate the super chat. I hope you can take it in stride because I could just throw a fragrance at you, but it doesn't mean it's going to get you a compliment. You know, there's a lot that goes into it. You and how you conduct yourself and carry yourself and your energy and just what you're putting out is going to play a bigger role than somebody telling you smell good because all that's got to be working for somebody to even think you're approachable enough to tell you that you smell good or want to know what you're wearing because they think it smells good. So there's way more that goes into it than just smelling good, my man. Because every time I see comments of like, I've never gotten a fragrance ever on stuff, I've never gotten a compliment ever and stuff like that. It's like, I don't want to say what I'm thinking because it would be construed as mean. Just like you've never gotten a compliment on a fragrance. It ain't the fragrances then, you know? So people don't like when I'm honest. You know, some people do, but the weak do not like when I'm straight with people. Sad. But anyways, we're about to dive into this next one, which reminds me, have to make some content. Thank you again, man. I talk fast, so I'll probably be back in a few. No worries, man. No worries. I hope y'all are enjoying this. I'm having a little bit of fun here, as I usually like to do. So, all right. You and the fam are well. We are, sir. We definitely are. I don't remember if you said you'd be bringing out the best of for the years. Yep. All throughout the month. Done 2 so far, the last 2 days. You're late. Last 2 videos we've started already. So check out today's video and yesterday's video. We haven't done the several tiers of designer and niche and But we did Middle Eastern so far. We did my favorite pickups that are not new releases that weren't sent to me. If you listen to the intro, this stuff I bought. This is nothing new releases. You know, that was the 15 today. So yeah, check them out, man. Check them out. For show, scent of the day for 2 weeks in a row now. I don't enjoy my fragrance. Sounds like you found the one. It's good stuff, though. Definitely good stuff. The Mango Bliss are my favorites. So Ophidian Black Cherry was in yesterday's video for my favorite Middle Eastern pickups of the year. Well, releases, favorite Middle Eastern releases of 2024. Yes, so good. Not really. Just because one of my best friends sings their praises doesn't mean I'm going to get collaborate with them. They've reached out and I turned them down. I just wasn't interested. They reached out a while back. They emailed me. I turned down like 70% of what reaches out to me. I just have to be interested, and I'm not interested in everything. I'm a big old shill. I must take everything. I turn down way more than I accept. I have to be interested. I know there's audience interest in a lot of the stuff I turn down, but I have to want to do it in the first place. It starts with me, right? So on that, let's dive into another fragrance. We're 41 minutes in. We got 170 strong. I appreciate you guys here. Again, all that are happy to be here, I appreciate you. All that are looking for content to clip and talk shit about later, don't forget to like the stream. Calvin Klein, Defy Parfum. I just went with the 50 ml. It was an option. I don't need more than that. So I remember, I'm trying to remember how Michael sold me on this one. It was in the realm of something relating to Dylan Blue. Nothing like the Eau de Parfum, which was all about orange, pepper, and leather, which I thought was actually kind of nice. And then the EDT is just woody white EDT, basically. I thought the first two were pretty good. And apparently all three are different fragrances from one another. So I don't remember exactly what it's all supposed to be. Just some in the realm of Dylan Blue. So let's give it a spritz. And we'll cross-reference the notes after. When it first got announced, we did a split screen with eye fragrance and looked at the notes, but that was a long time ago. I've only looked at it once. I don't remember. So I'm kind of going in blind here because I don't remember a single note. Not one note. I could guess bergamot because that's in most fragrances, right? Okay. Very blue. The color blue comes to mind. It's got this like aquatic sweet smell. Like it's not necessarily just fruity sweet or vanillic sweet, but there's this oceanic feel that's not salty. Like an ocean breeze that's got this, I don't know how to describe, a sweetness in the air. I know that sounds weird. That's what I get, though. There's something dark underneath. Almost like I can kind of relate it to maybe a slightly stripped down take on Ocean Noir from Michael Malone. Maybe in that realm of blue, like a darker blue, like more evening blue. That makes sense. There's something familiar, though. This relates to something. I'm trying to place it. There's a fragrance this relates to. This is so easy to like. Young man's blue fragrance. Definitely youthful, but dark at the same time. Like this isn't grown man blue stuff like Bleu de Chanel Parfum or something like that, you know? Aqua Cinziali blue because it's powdery. Young men don't really like powdery, most of them. What is that? I'm going to drive myself crazy trying to figure out what the fucking notes are. Let's just look. Let's see. Not highly rated. Sweet synthetic. How do you knock something over? Sweet synthetic oriental citrus spicy cardamom. Is the cardamom what's given it? It's almost like a bubblegummy kind of feel. It's weird. Pink pepper. There's my sweet. It's definitely the pink pepper that's giving me the sweet. That's sweet pepper. It's a sweet peppercorn. Mandarin orange, lavender geranium, ginger, cocoa shell, sandalwood vetiver. Not a lot of that makes sense to what I'm smelling, though. But sweet synthetic, citrus, a little spicy, oriental. What's the darker element I'm getting here? So the spice is starting to settle in. What's it related to? Zanzibar? Maybe a little bit. Definitely doesn't have the coconut. No coconut, no smokiness. It's powdery, sweet, little powder, a little bit, not much though. Not because Zanzibar's got way more powder. The tonka bean and the synthetic iris they use makes it powdery. Get a little, let's say 50%. I'm not going to shit on the comparison because I get it. I see where they're coming from. How many people said that? 3. I agree with the 3 of them. I think it's there. I think it's clearly there. It's that cardamom. It's this synthetic cardamom. What cardamom fragrance? Blue Electrique. That's what it is. I couldn't pinpoint the damn thing. It was driving me insane. I was trying to figure it out. Look at those notes. That's almost the same note breakdown. Okay. I was like, why? This is familiar to a certain fragrance. La Nuit de L'Homme Blue Electrique. There it is. I can't be the only one that caught that, though. Look at his rank number 31. Tell me that's not fucking hyped, huh? Let's just, for comparison's sake, all right? The top, cardamom, ginger, bergamot, lavender, geranium, cedar, vetiver. Cardamom, lavender, geranium, ginger, vetiver, but sandalwood instead. It's almost the same breakdown. There's a few notes that are different. The citrus is different. You got orange instead of bergamot. Lavender, geranium, still the thing. Ginger, still a thing. Cocoa shell is different. Pink pepper is different. But it's almost the same fragrance. And it smells very similar to it. It's a little more aquatic, though. It's got this oceanic feel to it. But it's that sweet bubblegum-like just fake cardamom. I'm not even going to say synthetic, fake. Because real cardamom's a little bitter, spicier, you know. Like Guatemalan cardamom, it does not smell like this. Honestly, this is a little bit spicier than Blue Electrique, but that's what it reminds me of. It's not exactly the same, but it's like a little Assad Zanzibar with more Blue Electrique. With that said, I'm thinking 7.5 out of 10, very good. It's very good. It's not a special fragrance. If you have Blue Electrique, you're not going to want this. You're not going to wear it. It's going to be redundant. Blue Electrique's better. Not wildly better, but better nonetheless. But for the money, for your teenager, for your young man, your nephew, your son, this is a good fragrance choice for them. It's cheap. It smells really good. I'm pretty sure the compliment factor will be pretty high for the young fellas. That's where this can shine. This is a casual blue that's got a darker feel to it because of the spice and the woods to it. So it would work in evenings for them. I mean, the Blue Electrique tie-in. I like it. I like it. I don't love it. I like it a lot, actually. Hence the 7.5 out of 10, very good. It's getting spicier and spicier. It's getting better for sure as it's settling down. Solid release. Is it the best of the 3? Debatable. Maybe, though. Might be. I think it might be the best of the 3. All 3 are very different. It smells nothing like either of the other 2. Nothing like the EDT or Eau de Parfum. Not even close. No relation. So let's see. That's where I left off. Out of the fragrances in my last haul, favorites were Amber Oud Dubai Night and Grandeur Avenue, New York. Noted. Got Morningstar unreleased Post Malone cologne. Beast. Have one sealed if you want to review. I appreciate the offer. I'm going to pass. I'm backed up on decants. I got decants from people coming out of my ears that I'm so far behind on. It's unbelievable. Was rocking Cologne the last few days because it's so damn good. I agree. Had to take a break from it. I had Defy by Calvin Klein and sold it. Used to love the clones. After a while, they just don't hit the same. There's only a few higher quality ones I would take over the original. There's only a few that I would recommend over the original. I can respect that. If you don't like a brand, call them out. LOL. Ross loves that one. Oh, yeah. Cologne's my favorite PDM. It's a weird one. Definitely my favorite one. Yeah, it's number one for me, with a close second being Leighton. I have not. I'm familiar with them. I've seen the bottles and all that good stuff. I just never tried them. You must think Bleu de Chanel is a basic bitch then, because it smells like Bleu de Chanel. It's a dead ringer for it. Frank Olivia, Oud Vanille or Oud Touch and Oud Touch on the way in the mail. Are they good? All caps. Are you screaming the question? VIP sense. Frank Olivier Oud. That's what it looks like in all caps. I haven't tried Oud Vanille. Oud Touch is really good though. Shout outs to JT Walker. He sent that to me a while back. It is pretty good. I understand the hype on it. It's got this sweeter oud. It's not really oud, you know, but it's got this sweeter spiced wood, simulated oud kind of smell. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I don't really get that. There's cocoa shell supposedly, but I don't really get much of that smell. Bang for your buck. The last and smell way above what you pay. What you think about Toomey Awakened Distilled? I'd have to revisit it. My top three are 19 Degree, Dusk, their newest one, and Continuum. That's my top three from the brand. That's the only ones I really like spray. I could see where you're coming. I see where you're coming from with that. Yeah, I could get down with that relation. That makes sense. That woody sweetness. Yeah, makes sense. Well, the cocoa shell, because I was going to say a little bit of Bad Boy when he mentioned the cocoa note here just a second ago, but it's not strong on me. That's the thing. Like, I can understand you saying it. I don't get a lot of it. It could just be me, and you get more of it. Got to remember, you and I, me, and Dupree, we're all different variables when it comes to the fragrances, you know. We're not all going to get identically the same thing. I haven't tried any. Looking into Spell 125 for Christmas. Never tried it. Never tried it. Just me or the ads in these fragrance websites getting unviewable. Shout out to Troll Grantica. I'm used to using it, but damn, it's hard to use. All of them are like that. iFragrance is notorious for the pop-up ads. Everything's marketing. Everything is marketing these days, guys. I didn't care for it. It's very creamy white floral sunscreen, feminine leaning. My wife I bought a 200 ml blindly at Ross 2 years ago. I didn't really care for it. The wife liked it. She took it. I've never tried that one. I actually have no thoughts. Blue Electric's one of my favorites, so it makes sense why I like Defy Parfum. Yeah, because I couldn't pinpoint it. It's the same type of cardamom. It's clear-cut outlier. Like, I just kept like, what is it relating to? It was driving me nuts. Well, don't spread that, Nick, because Daddy got to make his money on his ad revenue. So if you love me, you won't tell anybody and just use it for yourself. Yeah. Pretty good, bro. Didn't know it. There was a live. Well, here we are, sir. Yeah, all three of them are different. Very strange. Maybe at some point, only support clones of Creed Absolute Aventus. Boy, that stuff's expensive, huh? And then the Triple Age batch. What a money grab. What a money grab. I think I got it right here. Here it is. What a money grab. It's the same fragrance. That's a little deeper. Stop reaching. It's the same fragrance. Is that what you rated it? Or is it because you sold me on it? It don't matter. Even if I wouldn't have liked it, it wouldn't make me like you any less, Mike. Don't worry about it, man. It's fragrances. People take that shit way too serious. I'm not saying you, just in general. People take this hobby way too serious. serious. The ones that take it too serious, they ain't got shit else. They got nothing else. This is it. This is the hobby. Smell like a photorealistic bell pepper, fibers, seeds, and hey, I can understand where you're coming from there. I always have this weird relation with it smells like a racquetball, red rubber ball, not the blue racquetballs, the red ones specifically, because the bottle's red, right? A racquetball, if you cut open a blood orange and squirted blood orange on it and sprinkled black pepper on it, that sounds weird, but that's how it smells. You can't unsmell that once I say it. You'll always think that, just like Vicks Vapor Rub with the mentholic note at the top of Layton, or Tresemme hairspray with a KEDP. You can't unhear that. It got ruined for me. Might as well do it to others. Next fragrance, I get Seraphine Blue, Layton, and Triumph of Bacchus. That's 3 really good ones. I do know, sir, but I'm not at liberty to say. It's just know it's within the next 60 days is the time frame I'll give you. Within the next 60 days. I have not. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I had troll comment in yesterday's live stream for this morning. I don't know what it is with the mentally ill groups in this community. With me being 5'2", I'm not 5'2", I'm 5'7". I'm still not some giant, but I'm definitely not 5'2". And it was something about a 5'2" bodybuilder's hilarious. Now, I've seen the dude that made this profile, and this is some big fat bum, and it's hilarious to see somebody that looks like they're melting try to body shame people and all that. So it's like, and he's probably going to watch this because he clearly like obsessed watches me. Wild to me, man. Wild. Because I bodybuild competitively. The show that I was in May this year, they scheduled it for the end of June. So that kind of changes. We're about to start cutting in 2 weeks. Not anymore. We're pivoting. We're not doing the Pensacola show in April now because the next show is supposed to be 3 weeks later. Now it's 6 weeks later. So it's stretched. So we're not going to do that. It's too far of a gap between the shows. So we're pivoting. Tomorrow we're going to talk about it at the gym, me and my coach, on the new plan. There's one in Biloxi, either Biloxi or North Mississippi that my friends want to do in June that I'll probably do that show instead and then do the one here in June. So I'm not starting cutting yet. So I got a little bit more time that I can up my calories again and keep putting a little more size on my legs and stuff like that. So I know you didn't ask all this stuff, but just a little quick update. There are some people in the chat that care. Not as many that are here for the fragrance stuff, but you know, my regulars, my core audience, the like 105 that are here no matter what, they're here and they know what's up. I don't know if you're part of that, Brandon. I don't see you all the time, but I sure appreciate the compliment, man. Thank you. Yeah, I live it full time, all the time. Latafa Kamra, appreciate that, sir. Can I buy a new coconut fragrance at home? Well, there's a lot of good ones. One that nobody talks about, I would check Kingdom Fragrance. This is where I got it. Zimmer Parfums Strange Paradise. Look into that one. Let me show you the notes real quick. That's really good. I wore it this summer. This is really, really good. Coconut, jasmine, pineapple, hibiscus, vanilla, lang lang, ginger, musk, rum. It's kind of Virgin Island Water's path, but it's not Virgin Island Water. As you can see, there's no lime. It's pineapple instead. So it's fruity instead of citric. And it's not real sugary. It doesn't have the sugarcane note. So it's like a twist on Virgin Island Water. It is a niche fragrance. That's a really good one that nobody talks about. That's really, really, really good. Nobody related it to it, but yeah, it relates to Virgin Island Water, but it's not exactly Virgin Island Water. And it's niche. I saw it's frosted. It's either 16 or 24. I'm doubt it's 16. It's probably 24. Yeah, because I saw they had the loose bottles of 18. They pictured 18. Oh, shit. Enjoy. Just completed the 2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I hope you enjoy it, my man. My uncle Olivier Creed would not support that message. Smoke shows $72 on Max Aroma right now. Normally $215, man. That's a deal. Well, it's not just that's why he's got that screw you guys money. He's not quite rich. He don't have fuck you money. He's got screw you guys money, remember? You know, because he has brunch at the winery with his wife. I discovered that on a live stream with him the other day. Oh, he teed it up and I just cranked it over the fence. He's laughing right now because I got him. He's like, oh yeah, me and the wife the other day, we were having brunch at the winery. I was like, oh, tell us again how you're not rich, Jason. Anyways, there will be no creed slander here today in this live stream per Mr. Vircher. That is standard operating procedure when he's around live streams. Congratulations. Well, the only one I don't have clones for the first two, but Dua's Black Widow, really good version of Black Phantom. That I do know. Oh yeah, out of 8 billion, 7 billion could go. That's for sure. Gravitas Pour Homme, very nice Fougere. It's okay. I liked Bon Viveur better. Gravitas was good, but Bon Viveur, that was the one. To me, anyways. I haven't gotten it yet. It's supposed to be Lamal Elixir. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much. What's the price on what? On Zimmer? Let's see what Steve's got it going for. Let's see. Because I'm sure TLTG 15 still works. Oh, he doesn't have it in stock. He doesn't have it in stock right now. He must be out because that's where I got it from a while back, a couple of years ago. Shit. So I don't know. Let's see if Fragrance Spot's got it. They do not. I don't know where to get it then, so maybe that's a bad recommendation because I don't know where to send you. Shit, my bad. My apologies. Coconut Lagoon. That is a great. Sugared coconut and citrus. I don't know what it's cloning. It's Paris Corner. It's cloning something. I don't know. It's so good. It's right here because I wore it this week. This is one of my favorite pickups from Paris Corner all year. Ministry of Gourmand is the line. Coconut Lagoon. It was $32 for their Black Friday sale, Aroma Concepts. Now it's like $47. Use TLTG 10. You'll save yourself $4.70. So it'll be low 40s. So it's not as good. The Black Friday sale, everything was 30% off. And they ran it all the way to Cyber Monday. So we're 4 days past the sale. But still, even at $60, I would recommend this to you. That's a good call, Gian. I don't know why I didn't think about this. I literally wore it 3 days ago. So good. So good. That was the most impressive one in the last haul I did. Sean's like 5'4". Sean's 5'4". He's huge too for his size. But I'm 5'7". I'm not 5'2". It's a thing to insult me. Just like the man boobs. Like these fuckers have not seen my chest in a long fucking time. Like, go to Instagram. I have a fitness page. It's stupidity. I don't even call them trolls anymore. They're mentally ill. And fuckers, something's wrong. Some of them are watching. Yup, something's fucking wrong. Exactly. He's got a wrench. He will do it. He will do it. All right, we got 2 more fragrances. I'm just sitting here cutting up with you guys. We're an hour in. Well, the perfumer's alcohol subsides after a moment. Some are worse than others and takes a little bit longer, but I mean, you could always go with something water-based like Sauvage Eau Forte that most people seem to not like, that I do like. You got to go with water-based fragrances if you want to avoid the perfumer's alcohol. They have several examples out there, but the newest one that got criticized for it, it's actually better than people say it is. To go try it at Macy's or something. Dior Sauvage Eau Forte. For sure. Using French's, huh? You poor thing. I do. And it's going to be in the worst releases video. Because there's like Spice Bomb Dark Leather. Y Elixir, all three of those I like, but there's reasons they disappointed me, and they deserve to be the ones that are in the worst releases of the year. Because it's not going to pain me to talk about these, but there's reasons that these are going to be. It might not even be a full 10. It might be 7. I got to really look. But those 3 for sure, I like, but there's so much more that could have happened with them. But that's going to be the case. That's really nice, Coma. Is that your new PR? Great value. Yeah, sure. Can't even spend the extra 50 cents on Frenches, huh? No, it's because it's to try to insult me. You know what I mean? So everything's always just insult me. It's fine. He is. I thought he was 5'4", Mike. Yeah, he's fucking massive. It's 2-time Mr. Olympia. 2-time, I believe, because he lost this year. And it was obvious he was not winning. I watched the Olympia. I watched every day of the Olympia. It's like a mini Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, he's crazy. He looked great next to Bumstead in that European show they just did a couple weeks ago. He looked great next to Crit C-Bum. There's a huge height difference between them. No, I do really like it, but there's reasons that it's disappointing. That's the thing. Congratulations, Ryan. Hell yeah. There's reasons that it's going to go in there as a disappointment, you know. I might put it in the mid tier because that's the one that I'm kind of undecided on, but Dark Leather and Y Elixir for sure. I have some criticisms. I have very strong criticisms on those, where I have less criticisms on Sauvage Eau Forte, but I do like it. I like the ones I have criticisms on. Then none of them smell bad. None of them smell bad. There's really no bad releases this year. I don't think, anyways. I sure hope so, Nick. I think the next 3, not in this particular order, Spice Bomb Parfum, Spice Bomb Elixir, and a blue Spice Bomb of some sort. I thought that was going to be Dark Elixir was going to start that lineup, but we got Dark Leather. Dark Leather. I don't know why I said Dark Elixir. Dark Leather, I thought would have been one of those 3 instead. But we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be one of those. Yeah, for sure. I'm not familiar with either of those. I did let it macerate. Yes, I did. So it would smell a little better, the height, and be a little stronger. So it would be 5, 7.5. I let it macerate for 3 months because it's Middle Eastern height. I'm trying to run with it. I don't know. Let's go Mancera Amber Fever, shall we? Let's bust it open. For those who didn't know, that was from a Shorts video about macerating the Middle Eastern fragrances the other day, which so many people missed the fucking point. It's about how ridiculous people have become with it. I'm not saying it's not a thing. I'm saying, of course, you can spray your fragrance right away. You don't have to fucking let it sit for 3 months. You can wear it right away. That was my entire point. But here we go, 60 ml. 60 ml gang from Mancera, adding to my very small collection of 60 ml bottles of those. Most of them are 120s. Amber Fever, been a long time since I've sprayed what I do have of it. I don't remember the notes. It's a fresher fragrance than you would think with a name like Amber Fever. So we'll give it a spritz. 2 good sprays on the lion's face. I forgot there was florals in here. I totally forgot about that. Some fresh white florals. Nice and sweet. The amber doesn't really come in until later. It's more of a sweet floral in the top. Nice and powdery, but fresh. That ambery smell is kind of just hovering down low. It's not real strong up front. You can smell it, but it's not like you would think with a name like Amber Fever. It would just be some amber benzoin dominant fragrance. No. Later it becomes more the star of the show, but not up top. Even a little spicy. Very easy to wear fragrance. As long as you don't mind a little bit of fresh white florals. I mean, I could see where some would say it leans feminine, but I mean, there's a lot of Manceras that people would say that about. A lot of my favorite Manceras, you could say that about easily. Smells good though. Pierre Montal always does good work. (2019) Amber Fever, pretty good rating. Sweet resinous, creamy, woody, floral. Caramel tonka bean whiskey, really? Doesn't distinctively smell all that boozy. Roasted hazelnut jasmine, clear as day. Clear as day up top. Rose violet, amber, oak moss, white musk, teak wood. Teak wood's kind of a little bit aquatic, technically. Synthetic wood note. Whiskey, huh? It's just adding to the sweetness, I think. Because it's not over the top boozy. Just like Invictus Intense, it's got a whiskey note added to it. It intensifies the sweetness. It doesn't necessarily make it smell like you have a shot of whiskey with Invictus. Same thing here. It's not necessarily like a shot of whiskey sprinkled on top of it, but it's enhancing that caramel, the tonka bean. But it's very sweet, fresh white floral up top with a little bit of amber. I get a hint of rose, not much. I get more jasmine, like clear as day, white floral up top. What are people relating it to? Sensual Instinct. Not really. I wore that. That's still on the table from this morning's video. That is thick, 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 heavy rose and earthy patchouli with some BR 540 sweetness. I do get the relation to BR 540 for the sweetness here, but this is a much fresher fragrance than Sensual Instinct. This is not a reach, but I don't think it's the fair comparison because even though it says oak moss, it smells like super patchouli. The way the oak moss comes across, super earthy green, but it smells more like patchouli to me. This doesn't have the same level of earthy, at least not up top. This is a much fresher fragrance overall. It's a sweet, fresh white floral. That's the way I would classify it. There's another one, a solid 7.75 out of 10. Very good, bordering great. Not their most impressive work, but a very safe play. This is a good fragrance. This is a very good fragrance, actually, hence why it's 7.75. It's going to have some really good performance. From what I remember of it, it's been a few years since I've sprayed what I had of it. The only reason I even bought it was like 45 bucks. It's like, what the hell? They had a bunch of 60 mLs for the door crasher. I was like, most of what they had I have already, or I didn't want, like Roses Greedy and Pink Flowers or whatever were the other two I didn't have that I just didn't want. And I had like Vetiver Sensual and other things that I already have. And I was like, what the hell? Let me get a full bottle of Amber Fever. Why not? That's literally how I ended up buying it. I was like, what the hell? That was the purchasing decision. I didn't need it. I have a lifetime supply of it already, but that's going to be going into the mystery package. But all in all, a very good fragrance. Just to revisit here. Not the first time I smell it. My apologies on the clearing of the throat here and there. For sure. Everybody's throwing their height in now. That's hilarious. 15, then 12, then 10, then 8 at 250. So you stayed with the same weight and just pyramided down the reps? What? I have to ask, what was the logic behind dropping reps but not increasing weight to make you drop reps? Why not pyramid the weight up? I'm just curious, like seriously, because that's normally how I would do it. Instead of like sticking with the same weight and intentionally doing less reps. Because if you could do 15 at 250, why stop at 8 for the last set? You see what I'm saying? When you probably could have put on more weight to force you to increase your intensity to get to the lower rep. You see what I'm saying? I'm seriously, genuinely curious. Not hating or throwing shade. I'm just curious on the thought process behind it. I'm not saying it's not going to work for you. I'm just curious. Phoenix. Young teenager, Phoenix. Everybody goes through that at some point. I would think, anyways. I'll have to look at the 60s, but won't buy them. 120, I'll never go through my 120s, and I mostly buy 120s. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a solid release. It would never crack my top 10 from Mancera. Yeah, sure, Spencer. Sure. It actually is. It's more jasmine than anything else. Not really. Not really, because it lacks the spice. Definitely doesn't have the roasted chestnut, but it lacks the, because I know it says roasted hazelnut, and not the same, you know. Hazelnut's going to be, it's a sweeter nut. It's a sweeter nut. That's what she said. I mean, it's a bit of a reach. I guess you could tie it to it a little bit of a similar vibe, but at the same time, not really. Not really. It's definitely BR 540 sweetness with jasmine. So, but at the same time, not Instant Crush, because Instant Crush is BR 540 sweetness with a lot of jasmine. This has other elements. It's much, much sweeter. It's not the amberwood type like Instant Crush. Like those are more relatable to one another. Amber Fever and Instant Crush, but even then, they're still not the same, even though they both have the BR 540 relation. Oh, shit. Here we go. We'll punch the mailman for you for sure. You have a great one. Thanks for coming hang with us. And I wish I would have been able to weigh in on some of the fragrances you asked about. Some I haven't tried or looked into. A few of them I've never even looked into before. I hated it. All I could smell was overpowering cinnamon. Really? So you don't like cinnamon? My wife's not a big cinnamon fan in the fragrances either. I enjoy them quite a bit. I own 8 Mancera fragrances and only one I didn't care for. Oud Exclusive. Any thought? I haven't tried that one. There's not really. I'm trying to think of. Is there one that I just don't like? I don't think I have one that I just flat out don't like. They're all at least interesting in some form or fashion. You can always check out Fragrance Buy's Ode to Spice. I mean, not Fragrance Buy, Fragrance World's Ode to Spice. That's pretty accurate. I got a full review on that one. It's kind of a knockoff looking bottle, though. That's the only thing I don't like about that. I mean, we suck, dude. It's just what it is. Currently, so it's never the same. It's not week to week because every 72 hours I got 2 different leg workouts. So I do legs every 3 days, but I'm off every Wednesday and Sunday. I don't lift on Wednesdays and Sundays. So my splits, it's not the easiest to describe. Like today was 5 chest exercises. It's technically a full chest day. Side laterals, pendulum style on incline bench for side delts. And then 2 tricep exercises and post-workout cardio. Yesterday was a full back day. It's 5 back exercises, 2 bicep exercises, and a rear delt superset. So, and that's just those 2 days. Tomorrow's a leg day, one of my leg days. And then Monday is a full arm day. It's biceps and triceps. I do abs on that day as well. I got an ab superset that I do a couple sets of. And then on my full shoulder day, I have 2 chest exercises to start, which will be after the arm day. 2 chest exercises, then a full shoulder day, which is how many exercises? Let me think. 1, 2. It's 4 shoulder exercises after the 2 chest exercises because you're still getting delt work on the chest presses. It's this incline and decline for the chest exercises. So mainly the incline press, you get in the front delt work. And then I also have, what else do I have at the end of that? I have some shoulder shrugs behind the back, barbell and Smith machine. I feel like I'm leaving something out. No, it's just that. It's the 2 chest exercises, the full shoulder workout, and traps. And like I said, I got 2 different leg splits that I do with different exercises in them. Like one of them, I have a down and back from end to end of the gym walking body weight lunges to a superset toes in on the leg extension machine to work my outer quads. That's a brutal bitch. That's the finisher on actually tomorrow's leg exercise. Tomorrow's leg exercise. That's a bitch. That's before I do calves. I always do calves last. I do calves 3 days a week. Red tobacco today, full wear. Dude, this stuff's magical. Fair. Definitely fair. You should try the Intense. The Intense is amazing. Yeah, fuck it. Enjoy it. I figured you'd like that. No pause. I didn't mean anything gay about it. So I don't do that stuff. to be awkward and goofy about it. Am I supposed to say pause right here? I would do that, but we stopped doing that. Right? That's no more thing. Jason and Jim's told me we don't do that no more. So good to see you, Kara. Always a pleasure. Amore Cafe, beautiful fragrance. I bought Atlas and I can't do it. I wanted to love it, but man, it's so strong and different. Yeah, I try to warn everybody how crazy strong that damn thing is. I'm at a log cabin in the mountains with my family right now, yet you're still tuning in. That's dedication right there. See that? That's why she's got a wrench. She's dedicated to this channel. I appreciate you, Kara. I hope you have an awesome weekend. All right, then. All right. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Did chest, triceps, legs, and calves today. Wait, do you do a full chest workout, a full tricep workout, a full leg workout as well? Or was it just a few exercises of each? Because if you did like 5 chest exercises, 2 or 3 tricep exercises, all the way around a hamstring exercise, 2 different presses, like a squat and a leg press, and then calf raises, that's a shit ton of volume. That's damn near a full body workout. You throw in some lat pull downs and some dumbbell curls, and you got a full body workout. I'm just curious, was it like that kind of volume, or was it like, less than I'm thinking, to where that would make even more sense, where it's just a little bit of this, a little bit of that? Because it all comes down to intensity. You don't need shitloads of sets and crazy volume. It's all about quality volume. At least one more, right? Because they have their Boxing Day sale at the end of the month. So I'm definitely going to do a haul for that. I'm going to buy some stuff. Next time they have a good inventory update, which during the holidays, they do it like every few days. They'll add some more inventory. I'll pick some stuff out, buy some stuff, and we'll do a haul for the Boxing Day sale. Appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Indeed. Indeed, I am. I mean, if you felt the need to say it, go for it, right? As a Vikings fan, I just wanted to say Drew Brees is my favorite quarterback of all time. He's such a good dude, right? Because it goes beyond football. He's one of the all-time greats. He's like, I think he's 5 of the 8 5,000-yard seasons, I think is the statistic. He's the majority of the 5,000 passing yard seasons. That tells you right there. But he's just an all-time great human being. So that makes him so much easier to like. Right? So we got one left. It's just a revisit. Ford Ombre Leather, right? Like I said, I'm always pointing out my decant right here. I still put decant all the time. I've been waiting on the right moment to get it as discounted as I could because I didn't want to buy it from Sephora. I almost did. I was trying to avoid dropping $150 on it. I forgot how much I paid for it. It's like $120, $115 or something. Had to add it. I do like it. I think it's going to go in that mid-tier for me. I'm an Ombre Leather fan. People keep calling it a fresher baby cat. And I get it, the way the vanilla comes across. That's fair. Almost like a lighter version of Ombre Leather mixed with baby cat. I see where people are coming from with it. I like it. See, that just smells good. Almost like a burnt rubber type of thing, which baby cat gets accused of smelling like burnt tires. I've had people tell me that. More than one person has asked me about that. And once you hear that and you smell it, and you're like, that kind of makes sense. Just like Josh with Vanilla Oud, Band-Aids poured with brown sugar all over them, set on fire. I'll never unhear that. And it's like, I kind of see where he's coming from. I love Vanilla Oud, but I kind of see where he's coming from. See, that's so good. But I could see where it'd be polarizing for some because it smells like a black leather accord. It does have this kind of smoked taric kind of smell, burnt rubber, right? With a fresher leather accord. You know, the black leather here is a fresher smell. It's very aromatic. It's a lighter presence. It's such a good fragrance. I think it was really good. I know Justin wasn't a huge fan of it. His exact words is lacks presence. Oh, Ombre Leather. People seem to like it. 8 out of 10, 227 ratings. Leathery, sweet, spicy, creamy, woody. We got cardamom, coriander, ginger, a whole lot of spice. And it's not overwhelmingly spicy. It's spicy, But it's, I mean, hell, they even put his third main accord. It's not the main accord. But you see that topping, like, ooh, and then saffron in the heart. Like, this is a spicy son of a bitch. No, not as much as you would think. Leathery notes, vanilla, saffron, tonka bean, amber, cedarwood, cypriol, patchouli, sandalwood. Again, cedarwood, sandalwood. Not as earthy as that would indicate with cypriol and patchouli, because that's some earthy green notes. I would say it's more woodsy than it is earthy. Yeah, woody is the fifth accord. 8 out of 10 kind of stuff. I think this is great fragrance. I think this is the best of the 4 here today. I did save the best for last. This is the one I sniff on the most. Like I said, they used half of the decant because it was full. I quite enjoy it. I don't need more than 50 ml. My other ombre leathers are 50 ml by design. I have a ridiculous amount of fragrances. It's very good. I would strongly encourage anyone and everyone that has even the slightest interest in Eau d'Ombre leather to check it out. It is really good. Is anybody putting Baby Cat? Yes, they are right here at number 2. Luna Rossa Black, take it or leave it on that comparison. Oud Save the King, I don't know. The Hockey Puck Bulgari Black, I don't know. Number 5, oh, you guys would have to, a lot of y'all have in this chat have experience with, I always say the name, Rosendo Mateo, however you say it, number 5. A lot of you have experience with that. Y'all would have to tell me if you've smelled both, if it's similar. Most people seem to be relating it to that. 62 ratings. Let's look at the notes. There's definitely some similarity in the notes. Maybe not the leather, but this is a good one. It's just the right balance of sweet, spicy, and leather, while still being bright and airy and aromatic. It's not too creamy, even though they list creamy pretty highly. It's not over the top creamy. It gets creamier as it dries, but let's skip on down. Oh, wow. 14 months ago, obviously I need to cut weight, but I have limited mobility. I would hire somebody who is really good as far as personal training post-surgery. That's going to be your best bet, is to hire someone that specializes in your situation. They're really going to be able to get you back to where you need to be. I have no professional opinion. That's my personal opinion, because I am not a professional, but that's what I would suggest. No YouTube videos are going to get you where you need to be. You know what I mean? You're going to need to hire the right person. Who had it delivered? That's a great fragrance, but who are you talking about? Oh, talking about Drew. Okay, I was lost. No, it is definitely not. I will never be that size at that level. I will never be on the Olympia stage. Never say never, but I'm saying never. That's not a case. I am much bigger, much more muscular than I was last show and previously. I've definitely put on some quality muscle and improved a lot on my weak points, but I'm not turning pro at the next show or anything like that. It's just not a thing. I am loving it. I do love competitively bodybuilding and having the purpose for it, being in the gym and just round the clock, the way I sleep, my regimented schedule with my nutrition. I do love it. I love it. You got to love it to do it. It's a mundane lifestyle. You got to be okay with the same shit every day when it comes to your food and all that stuff. Boring food. I don't cheat. I really don't. I rarely cheat. I might have a fudge bar once in a while. The little popsicles, the fudge bars. That's it. Once in a while. Because I'm not cutting right now. I'm recomping. But yeah. I love it. I do love it. I'm not necessarily trying to take it super far or anything, but I am loving it. Not to that level. I don't foresee ever going to that level. What it takes to get to that level, you're shaving years off the lifespan. I'm not trying to do that, The bench and butterfly. Okay, so 2 chest exercises, 1 tricep exercise, calves, hamstrings. Okay, so the volume makes sense for what you were telling me. Because I was like, if you had like no regular volume for a full workout for each of those body parts, it's a lot, That makes sense. I was very curious. Thank you for elaborating. Sometimes that is the case. Remember when you were a kid? A lot of kids like the smell of gasoline when you pump gas at the pump. I know I'm not the only one. That was a thing. Which stuff, though? You talking about Ford Ombre Leather? 5 sets for 12 at 200 pounds. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, Ford Ombre Leather, I'm good with it. I think it's a great daytime reach. Cooler weather, like you're saying, absolutely. They're legit. They're definitely legit. Oh, Refaca? That's good. It's really good. I got it before I ever tried Baby Cat, before the Bishop graced me with a decant, then followed it up with a bottle of Baby Cat. That's where you get to see the quality difference and the price difference. But Refaca, that's it, man. They nailed the profile down. It's not the same quality. And if you don't compare it to the real one, you'll think, oh my God, this is amazing quality. Just don't smell the real one. Then you're like, oh. But it is really good for the money. Like I sing that one's praises often. That is it. Yeah, this is the newest. They got a lot of new private blend stuff I'd like to try. Their private blend stuff's just so expensive. Mr. Hoffman, good to see you, sir. Jasada Ambassador, one of your personal favorites. I'm well. I hope you are also. See, that's the only one I've never tried is the private blend. I've been told many times that it's really not different from the signature line. You telling me there's a clear-cut difference? Because that maybe you could sell me on trying to find a decant, you know? And maybe I'm like, I have to try it then. Because I love ombre leather. It's an all-time great. I think it's arguably the safest play, greatest leather accord fragrance for men ever created. I think it's a safe bet. Most people really enjoy it, ombre leather. I would take it over Tuscan leather 10 out of 10 times. And I love Tuscan leather too, but not like ombre leather. Ombre leather is better. This isn't near as good as regular ombre leather. Ombre leather EDP is the best of the bunch, for sure. And I love the Parfum. I really do. I really do. There was a time when I would say the Parfum was better, but over time, I've shifted to the original's the one. And see, I don't find the EDP and the Parfum are all that similar because the violet leaf and the iris, I think, are big difference makers. Like Baby Cat, but lighter, more floral, less suede. Okay, see, I knew somebody could weigh in. Leave it to Spencer. Go figure. Old ombre leather for free. I like it, but not enough to buy it. Regular ombre leather will always need that. Yeah, I'm with you on that. No, I'm not a professional. I am an amateur in NPC. I've only done one show. I did my first show in June. I'm definitely much bigger than I was. I'll probably weigh, like the cutoff in Class A is like 5'8" and a half, 182. I'm 5'7". I was 172.5 for weighing last time. This time, I'm gonna have to dehydrate pretty hardcore to make weight. I've put on some muscle. I've put on a lot of muscle. I'm only like roughly 11% body fat right now. Just slowly kind of recomping, still building a little bit, like in that sweet spot where I can still kind of put on a little bit of tissue, but the body fat percentage is dropping. The body composition is tightening up a little bit more. I'm in that sweet spot right now because we're not really cutting. We've added cardio in. We've taken a little bit of carbs away, specific fats, you know. But no, I'm not a pro. I don't have a pro card. Maybe one day, but I'm not really like focused on trying to do that. I'm just enjoying the process. I just love the process of bodybuilding. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You gotta love plain sweet potatoes are great. Like straight leather, nothing fresh about it. Very dark, winter only. Well, this is, you talking about Ford Ombre leather? Because this is the fresh one of the bunch, the freshest. Regular ombre leather, like this is the newest flanker. This isn't an eau de toilette. This is Ford Ombre leather. It's an EDT. It's not the same as the solid black bottle. See, it's clear glass. It's gray glass, basically. Not the same. Are you talking about the regular one? The solid black bottle, the EDP? Oh, been macerating for years. Okay, yeah, so you're definitely talking about regular ombre leather. Yeah, that's not a fresh fragrance. I don't like any of them because I don't have any of them. I've tried the EDT and the EDP. They didn't move me to want to buy bottles, and I don't think I've tried the Parfum. Great deal, though. I'm very happy. But hey, man, enjoy yourself. 'Tis the season. Everybody's going to treat themselves this time of year. This is good deals all over the place. French Riviera with the feeling of spring in the meadows, fresh green grass, flowers, the works. That sounds good. I figure a lot of people would weigh in. Me, I got a video on it. It's really good. Damn it. Because I've been told, okay. Yeah, I was confused for a second. Because, yeah, I got the signature. 2016 is private blend. Because I was always heard there's really no difference in the private blend versus the signature line. So that's why. Because when you put 18, when you put a date, a year specifically, I thought you were talking private blend. That's what confused me. Because I was like, fuck. Is it really different enough to where I need to try it? Because I always heard it wasn't. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Yeah, abs are made in the kitchen. It doesn't matter how much you try to develop them. They ain't going to show unless you got your nutrition right. I haven't tried it. Refocat's so good that I could care less to try a different one, honestly. I bought Mancera Amber's Bean. Haven't even opened it. I've been having it for weeks. It's still sealed. Been having it for weeks. Like 2 fragrance buy hauls ago. Realistic what? Citrus, realistic florals, realistic what? Depends. Because I would say Aqua de Parma if you're looking for realistic citrus. So it depends. What's up, my man? How are you, Ruben? You caught me at the tail end. We're about to shut it with a little over an hour and a half. We're going to be shutting it down. I'm just trying to get caught up. Yeah, he's the man right now. I think he's the clear-cut MVP at this point. I haven't done any in a long time. My workouts are so long and involved as it is. Like I do stuff like like posing stuff here and there, and I might, show an exercise. Or some still images, but that's my my fitness IG page at Ross.jc12 on IG. Pretty much just on there now. So it's just like I'm at the gym for hours. I'm at the gym for 2 to 3 hours, depending on what's got to be done that day. Because I take long rest periods in between sets because I train really high intensity. I want to get the maximum out of every set. So I want to make sure I'm not fatigued, get my heart rate back down, get my breathing back good, so I can really have maximum output for every set. So if I start adding in, I'm doing content, now I'm there for 4 hours, that's too much. Then we're not doing streams at 5 o'clock no more. Then it's 6 o'clock at the earliest. Maybe, Yes, that's the GOAT, I think. So then you only get just straight leather, huh? No jasmine, no fruitiness, none of it? You have a good one, Giancarlo. It's solid. It's solid. It's a really good release from them. I do prefer Supremacy Collector's Edition, but I do think that was a really good release from them. 7 decants, all 3. 9.25 or better. Cayenne Possum. Did I say that? Possum? Blew me clear off my feet. Noted. The only thing that's not food is I have 2 scoops of whey isolate, Diamantized ISO 100, post-workout. My meals consist of 97% lean ground turkey, 96% lean ground beef, whole eggs. Every meal has some of that. Jasmine rice, onions, coconut oil, post-workouts, 2 scoops of protein, and an apple before I leave the parking lot. It's within 15 minutes of finishing my workout. And it says in parentheses, when we made because we update every week, we make little adjustments before you leave the parking lot. So I sit in my car and jam. I got a little knife in my apple, eat an apple, and I cannonball my protein. 5 days a week. I still do cardio on Wednesdays, but I don't do Sundays. I just rest. Sunday is the day I spend the whole day with the wife and all that good stuff. I didn't know you were still here, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. No, I take vitamins. Have fluorescent piss not too long after. Plus, there's vitamins in my protein, plus what's in the food naturally. But as far as supplemented vitamins, it's in my whey isolate shake. Well, I say shake, it's water and 2 scoops. Which I'm almost done with that Fruity Pebble flavor, which is terrible, thank God. Which I have another 5-pound container of the vanilla. I went back to vanilla. It smells like Kate Alfreson mixed with Baccarat Rouge. I think it smells like Kate Alfreson mixed with a little bit of Ventus, mixed with a little bit of 9 p.m. Ultra Male. Mixed with a whole bunch. I think it's a hybrid. Kind of like how 9 a.m. Dive is a hybrid of blues. I think it's the same thing. You have a good one, my man. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and shut it down, fellas. We're shutting it down on Steven's comment. Heading to Europe next week. Anything I should be trying to find scent-wise? That's exclusive to Europe? I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not the right person to ask because I'm not in Europe. I don't really check the scene out overseas because I don't go to any of the events over there. It never shakes out to where I can. Like when Exxon says, that's when I'm getting ready for a show. That's when I was getting ready for a show this year, and I'll be getting ready for a show next year too in 2025. So nothing comes to mind specifically. I don't know if anybody else could weigh in. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I wish I had a better answer for you. Oh, I forgot to buy it last night for $95. I'm glad you reminded me. That was Olfactory Factory. There it is. They still got it. Still got it. All right. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I'm glad you reminded me, Roy. Thank you. Thank you. Because me and Dedrick went to bullshit and talking wrestling backstage after, and I totally forgot. We hung out for like another 20 minutes and talked wrestling, and I totally forgot about it. So you have a good one as well, my man. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and shut it down right here. I appreciate you guys for coming and hang with me. Shout outs to George. Appreciate him stopping in at the very beginning. He sold out. He's going to have to refund some people because he made more sales than he has product. So shout outs to everyone that got Precious Treasure. If you haven't got it yet and it's on its way, I hope you enjoy it. I'm confident you'll enjoy it. Can't imagine anybody. Noted. Thank you. I'm going to leave that pinned. So I appreciate you guys. Member stream will probably be tomorrow afternoon. Because Sunday, like I said, I spend the day with the wife. So probably tomorrow afternoon for the members. I'll set it up and we'll do our giveaways and everything. So appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good one. Members, I'll see you tomorrow. Y'all have a good night.